answering a lot of questions that you guys ask me very frequently. I feel like I do a terrible job of like responding to DMs and stuff like that. And it's not because I don't want to respond. It kind of overwhelms me and then I just completely shut down. Like I'll respond to a few and then I'll just shut down. But sometimes you guys be asking me questions like, if I have $75 in my wallet right now, how long can I survive in Dallas? Baby girl, is that a math equation? I'm so sorry, but I cannot give you the answer to that because I don't want to have you up here on $75 trying to survive. Because I know I can survive off $75, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, that's just how my hustle is. But I don't know you, I don't know your inner workings, I don't know how you're made up. So it's like I can't answer some of those questions that you guys are asking me. But what I can tell you is that if you want to do it, you absolutely can. There is nothing stopping you. You can absolutely do it. Now, there may be some roadblocks in your way. There may be, you know, a little turbulence, might be a little bumpy road, but you definitely can do it. It just depends on you, how bad you want it, and you know how hard you're willing to work for it, and the mindset that you have as well. Mindset is number one. Mindset is the thing, okay? I'm using LA Pro Conceal. I don't really like a very, very light underbrow. I like a natural, I know it's hard to get a natural look when you're wearing makeup. LA Pro Conceal in the color Pure Beige, and I just take an angled brush like this. I put a little bit on there. That's not a little bit. Calm down. I know you knew, but calm down. And then I just underline my brow, just clean it up. I don't really go for perfection. I just go for whatever. That's kind of like me in life in general. I just go for whatever. But I'm learning to stop going with the flow, because when you go with the flow, sometimes you get lost in that flow. Them tidal waves come and pick you up, baby girl. Next thing you know, you all the way in the back of the ocean. And then I'm just gonna do the other side. And that literally just cleans it up. Like, I don't do it to give it a highlight or anything like that, or an arch. I got my brows, what do you call it, microbladed a long time ago, like when microbladed was first getting popular, which I feel like microblading is kind of microblading is still under the radar, but back when it was like just coming up, I got it done by this girl in Atlanta because she used to do my lashes, and I really wanted, you know, to stop drawing my eyebrows every day. The brows are still on. Sometimes I do have to go over them a little bit just to make them a little bit darker because they have faded a little bit because it has been 3 years. But I feel like 3 years, guys, that was a good investment that I made, okay? And I only paid $150. So I just did that to my brows. I accidentally picked, not accidentally, it was deliberate. I went to Miss A's and I got this primer and this setting spray. I got it because I was traveling and I just needed a small one really quickly. It works really, really good. I feel like it does. Anyways, by the way, my hair is not flat ironed or done or anything. I still have to do that. Okay, so I just sprayed the primer and I'm just gonna let it dry. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in the camera and not talking to you guys, but you know how that is. Let's answer a question. Not getting copyrighted again. I got copyrighted. My last videos got copyrighted, guys, and I just don't understand. YouTube, girl, I do everything that you ask of me. I use royalty-free music. I did not get it. So I was like scared to post anything. That's why I missed a few days of Vlogmas. It's just been, someone asked, how did I apartment hunt in Dallas? That's a good question, because when I moved to Dallas, I didn't like do like a whole weekend out here and explore and really take time to apartment hunt or anything like that. I basically went online. After I do my brows, guys, I go ahead and do my foundation. I basically went online. I looked for apartments in Dallas, picked a little budget. I stayed within like $1,200 a month for 1 bedroom. And I was doing that, but that was getting kind of like exhausting to do by myself. So I ended up getting a apartment located. They are completely free. The apartments pay them. They helped me to basically narrow my search down. So she asked for my specifics, like what areas that I want to live in. Did I have any like particulars? Like, did I need washer and dryer and all that good stuff? And then she compiled a little list for me, sent it over, told me to heart my favorites. And once I hearted my favorites, she would set up tours or whatever. So I only ended up liking like 3 of them. So what I did was that I literally left Starkville, Mississippi. I think it was like a Saturday in the morning. And I drove like 10 hours all the way to Dallas to take these tours. And I had to be here for like, I think 12 or 1 or something like that. I don't remember what time I left actually, but I think I had to be here for like 12. Anyways, toured the apartments. I have an earlier video going into depth about like touring and which apartments I toured and what they look like. So if you guys want to view it, I'll put it up there. I found one that I liked. I applied for it. She was like, how soon do you want to move in, or how soon can you move in? I was like, girl, this weekend, like, are you kidding me? She got me approved and everything. That next week I was gone. Like, I didn't plan, I was just gone. I used one of my Amazon checks and bounced, okay? Because I was working at Amazon at the time. By the way, for my foundation, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the color 338. It's been my favorite foundation since high school. Like, I'm one of those creatures of habits. Like, once I find something that I like, y'all, it's real hard to get me to try anything else. I have tried a few other foundations like Fenty and all this other kind of stuff, but I always keep coming back to Maybelline. It just does me so good. With your recent collabs and growing social media / YouTube, are you still working or less? So I still do have my regular job. I work from home. I work from 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. But I feel like it's really perfect for me right now because it allows me to create content and have the time to do that. My plan right now is just to stack up a really good, you know, fallback bank account basically before leaving my job, because I don't want to rely completely on social media because it's up and down. It's so up and down, guys. And then it also depends on what you put into it as well. And I just know that right now I'm not being as consistent as I really should be. If I do maintain consistency, I could really make a living off of it. Like, Taylor, get your shit together, okay? It's battling your mind every day because your mind is telling you, girl, your content is not that good for you to be trying to quit your job. Like, I don't know why people like you. Like, you really don't be doing nothing. You really don't be saying nothing or talking about nothing. So, I've just been working on me and, you know, getting myself in a headspace to where I can produce content full time. That's the goal. Okay, guys, I think this foundation is good. My face is probably like, girl, why is you still patting me? Like, it's in. What do you want us to do? I'm telling you guys, like, Maybelline Fit Me, come on. MAC who? Fenty who? Oh, just kidding. I love Rihanna. Fenty, you are that girl. I'm going to use, whenever I find it, that LA Pro Conceal again in the color Pure Beige. And I'm going to do my highlights. I went into the, what was it, Sephora, and I was trying to get some concealer for my under eye. And the guy in there, whose skin tone was a lot of shades lighter than mine, I was asking him for assistance or whatever, and I picked the color because I know how I like my makeup to look, and I know it looks good when I'm done with it. And he was like, are you sure that's too light for you? And I was like, it's an under eye concealer. Like, I want it to be light for me. Like, it's not concealer that goes underneath your makeup. And I explained that to him before, so I was like, what? But anyways, just had to get that off my chest. But yeah, so I just go in underneath my eye like this. I really need a clamp to push this hair back. What was I talking about? Another question you guys ask all the time is, how do you make friends in Dallas? I do have some pointers, actually. The thing is, with making friends in Dallas, when you move to Dallas, or if you do plan on moving to Dallas or anywhere that's kind of like a popular area to move to, you will notice that there will be tons and tons and tons of groups of girls wanting to make friends. I think those groups are amazing. I think they're an amazing tool for networking. However, I think the problem with finding friends in those groups is that most of the times you're not even trying to make a connection. You're really just trying to make a friend. It could be any warm body that does not have any like immediate red flags to you. And that's a problem to me because I want to make long-lasting friends that, you know, I share similar interests with. And a lot of people are just trying to make friends just so they can have people to go out with and do things with, which is okay because I feel like a lot of us do have that group of friends that we only go out with, and then we have a group of friends that we, you know, are actually connected to, which is totally fine. But just be careful with those groups because there's always like some stuff going on in those groups, and the girls are meeting up with each other and then not liking each other. And it's like, because you guys weren't even compatible and you guys didn't take the time to even figure out if you were compatible. But I can't talk because the way that I met my friends is off of TikTok. Literally off of TikTok. I made a TikTok and it was my first TikTok to ever go viral. And it was literally just asking for a brunch date. Guys, the response from that was overwhelming. I literally only responded to maybe 2 people out of that entire, out of like all of 1,000 something people that commented. And the way God works for me is like, I don't know, I don't understand. Maybe it's not for me to understand, but the way things work out for me is just so crazy, because out of all of those hundreds of people, I made good choices with picking who I reached out to actually go to brunch with. So that's how we got friends. And then she was into social media and everything. Her name was Asia. You guys probably see her on my story a lot if you follow me on Instagram. But she was into social media and everything. So we shared a lot of the same interests. We kind of understood each other a little bit. Kind of had the same background. We both just randomly moved to Dallas. Didn't have a job or anything. Just moved on faith. And we've been rocking and rolling ever since. She ended up putting a post on her TikTok as well, asking for friends and stuff like that. And she ended up reaching out to a few girls. We were in this big group message, and it kind of just condensed to, I guess, the group of friends that I have now. And you know, we always link up. We're really supportive of each other. We kind of like talk about just life and struggles and things like that in general. Like, we don't hang out every day, we might not talk every day, but you know, we're always there for each other. And we have a good time when we're together. And I just like it because all the girls are successful or working towards success. The goals, the mindsets are the same, the morals are set up the same. So that's what I really enjoyed about it. But if I were you guys, I would suggest going to places that you actually enjoy going to and going there alone. Those are like some of the best ways to make friends. Like, when you're already in a setting filled with people that enjoy the same things that you enjoy, you guys are more likely to connect, at least on one common interest. So I would recommend going places alone, of course being safe. So I just did the highlight. I don't like a lot of anything, but you see, what's done needed to be done. Anyways, after that, I take my banana powder. Now, I'm real ghetto, guys. I know y'all seen the last video, but I didn't have the top to this, and I need to travel with my banana powder. So I put a piece of tape on top. Please, do not judge me. Just dump it onto a flat surface, any old flat surface, and dip my little brush in it and set underneath my eyes and basically everywhere I put concealer. The thing about it is, though, with me, I don't really bake per se. I don't put a bunch of powder on my face and let it sit for a long time. I kind of just, this is my flat surface for today. Anyways, just put the powder on it like that. And then I go in with my brush like this and just make sure it's not too much. Just go underneath my eye. Once again, I don't let it sit. I just kind of blend it in. And it gives me what it needs to give me, not too much. I don't really like that cakey under eye look. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I can swing that. I feel like if I'm going to like a big event or something, I'll try to do something like that. But just for everyday wear, nah. And then I just put some on my forehead. I got a whole lot more forehead underneath this thing, guys. Don't be fooled. It's massive, okay? I like my big old forehead, though. You know, they say girls with big foreheads, the cute ones. I'm the walking, living, breathing testimony. So once I do that powder, So I had technical difficulties, but I'm back. I'm up and running. My camera's battery was exhausted, and then it said it was too hot to continue, so that makes 2 of us. I really don't even know where I left off. I think I was talking about making friends. Anyway, in conclusion, the best way I think it is to make friends is to frequent places that you genuinely enjoy and that you think like-minded people would be hanging out at. It's really easy to make friends in Dallas. Everyone in Dallas literally just moved to Dallas. I barely meet people that are actually from Dallas, so you shouldn't be intimidated at all, you know. Also, you know, another way could be social media. You just have to play that really smart, be really careful. I don't know how y'all's discernment is set up, but mine is on point. I can tell very quickly if we will mesh or not. And everyone I've ever met off of social media so far in Dallas, we've gotten along fine and we're still friends. Or, you know, acquaintances, associates, whatever. Those are my pointers for making friends. Also with your job too. I've made a lot of friends through the different types of jobs that I've had here, which have been a lot. I've had so many jobs since I've been in Dallas, and I've only been here for a little over a year. It's crazy. Right now what I'm doing is I'm taking the, what is this? Black Radiance True Complexion Contour palette, and I'm going in with the middle one. See, it's all beat up and bruised. Obviously you can tell I use this one a lot. And I just do a light little contour on my nose and on my cheek. But yeah, making friends here is easy if you put yourself out there. A lot of people will come to me and they say, I've been here a year and I still haven't made friends. And my question is always, have you been putting yourself out there? You can't expect to make friends if you're in the house or not putting yourself out there, making yourself available to make friends. The friends are not just gonna come to you. I mean, they might, but that'd be kind of awkward. Somebody's trying to put your door. Hey, I'm trying to be your friend. It's like, okay. Okay, another question. Who was the first brand you worked with and how'd you get the opportunity? Actually, guys, the very first brand that I ever worked with was when I had my first YouTube channel before this one. I barely had any subscribers, was barely getting any views, but I got a collaboration from this. I don't know, they make bath bombs and like, they give you a kit where you make DIY bath bombs and DIY lip chap and stuff like that. And I just thought that was so cool because it was like, why did y'all beat me? But I'm happy they did. You know what? I don't put a question mark where God put a period. Anyways, they just reached out to me. That's how I got the opportunity for that one. And honestly, guys, I'm very, 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 very humbly saying that's how I've been getting the opportunities for all of the collaborations that I've done so far, which has really made me, you know, want to step into that life a little bit more, because obviously they see something in me. I've seen it in myself as well. It's just I kind of just always played myself in that department. I kind of, you know, played small, afraid of my abilities. That darn imposter syndrome, isn't it the worst? And if you're unfamiliar with imposter syndrome, it's basically when you yourself are basically afraid of your success, or afraid to let yourself experience success, or, you know, you don't give yourself the acknowledgement for any success that you encounter. It's like, for example, like being in school and you get an A on a calculus test and you say something like, oh, that test was just easy, or you know, I must have gotten lucky, or something like that. Anything but crediting your actual self and your brain for coming up with the answers to passing your test. I went with the banana powder again, and I just went underneath my contour. Once again, I don't do the most, okay? Y'all see the nose. Y'all see it. Don't act like y'all don't. Okay, guys, so this is the finished look. I just have to add my lashes because my little individuals that I did are going down. But I've been having them for 2 weeks, so I feel like they've been doing really, really good to stay on this long for 2 weeks. Okay, very. And I did it myself. Come on now, without that industrial glue. Come on. Come on. Give me my credit. Now, the key to putting on lashes is once you put the glue on the strip, let it dry. That be y'all problem. Y'all be letting it dry long enough. Once you let it dry long enough, you'll have no problem putting them lashes on. Them lashes gonna go stick, 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 period. And that's what mine is gonna do in just a second, unless they choose to embarrass me in front of y'all, which happens. So we'll see. Now, I was just preaching to y'all about letting the glue sit on there long enough. Y'all, I just sat up here and forgot the glue was sitting on there. And it then dried up. You know what? So I'm about to go take some pictures in this little fit. Very, 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 very casual. It's just a black two-piece set with this little, what do you call it? Like Sherpa type of jacket from Forever 21. My Coach purse that I thrifted, period. And some forces. Yeah. But anyways, check the makeup and the lashes. Cute, cute. Hair from Millie Mill Collection as always. Guys, so this is the store I was telling you about. It's called Cash Saver, a cost plus food outlet, okay, period. And they are living up to that name. This one is off of Singleton. Is this West Dallas or like East Dallas? I think it's West Dallas. Yeah, this one's off of Singleton. And there's a beauty supply right down the street. I mean, right beside them in this little plaza. There's a beauty supply. There's a dollar. Get out of my face. I said out. Anyway, there's a beauty supply. There's a Dollar General. There's a lot of little stuff. There's a little fashion store over here and everything. Anyways, I'm finna go up in here and get my little items and go before it gets dark. I'll give you an example of some of the deals they have. So these chips are 4 bags for $5. Period. This is how the store looks, real country-like. Look guys, if there's one thing you need to know about me, it's that I love off-brand snacks. Y'all, off-brand chips be so good. And you can only get them from certain stores. Anyways, so this isn't really off. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all tell me, is this off-brand bag of chips or not? But I think it's off-brand bag of chips. But okie doke, the name, okie doke. Come on now. Y'all, the hot cheese. I brought these somewhere, I think to like a kickback or something like that. And I brought a huge bag for myself. Well, one person asked, could they try some? So I let them try it. I went to the bathroom. Next thing you know, I come back, everybody's hands in my bag. And they all went and bought them a bag. So I'll let that speak for itself. Hot cheese, okie doke. Anywho, I'm gonna end the vlog right there. I'm probably just going to fix me something to eat and then edit this video and then go to sleep because your girl is tired. But thanks for watching again. On my next video, I'm going to get into some of the ColourPop giveaways that I'm going to be doing because I want to give away some of that ColourPop because there's no way on earth I'll be able to wear all of that makeup.